I'm Jamie June Kim. I'm an associate professor at the Sport Management Department at Syracuse University. I'm here to answer some questions about the Olympics. How many Olympics have you been to? I actually been to one Olympics and planning to go to my second one over in Paris. The first one that I've been to was at 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. It was hosted in South Korea, which is my home country. It was a very special moment because back when I used to work for the Korean Olympic Committee, we were in the bidding of that games. So being part of the bidding process and then actually going to the Pyeongchang Games and actually seeing like all the plans being realized, that was a really special moment for me. What is the value of hosting the Olympics in modern times? So when the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, talks about the impact that hosting the Olympic Games have to the host country, they use the term called Olympic legacy. So Olympic legacy is basically the positive effect that hosting the Olympic Games is going to bring to the local community before, during, and even after the Olympic Games. The Olympic legacy, when the IOC defines it, they talk about 5 different categories. First is the sporting legacy, where there are going to be elite athletes going to be better supported to advance their performance. Second one is the economic impact, boosting tourism, boosting the international trade of the host city. And then there's the urban legacy, which is the renovations, the revamping of certain areas in the city. The other one is social legacy, bring the people together through the Olympics. The last one is the environmental legacy, where the Olympics can be used as a platform of promoting eco-friendly initiatives. Paris 2024 is really emphasizing on the environmental legacy for them. What is the greatest city to never host an Olympics in your opinion? Syracuse. Have you collected any souvenirs in your time studying the Olympics? This is probably my most favorite souvenir. So this is the actual torch that was used for the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games. So when the torch was passing through Korea, I was actually responsible for running the Seoul leg of the torch relay. And actually, when people participate in the torch relay, they get to keep the torch that they carried. But one of the athletes who were, I think he was a Taekwondo athlete, she ran the torch relay and then she thought it was too heavy to bring it home, so she just left it. So I was like, thank you, I'll take it. So that's how I got this one. So, what lessons can the Olympics teach young people? In terms of class, when I teach the Olympic sport management course, one of the things that I really emphasize is giving a more global perspective in understanding sport. I think the United States is a very unique setting in terms of the sport industry being so advanced and people very much being invested in sport. But outside of the United States, it can be a very different sport industry. So trying to bring in different perspective and get exposure for the students to talk about like how sport industry and how the support for the athletes is different. I think that's some of the lessons that I really try to put out. Yeah. Any tips for someone going to the Olympics for the first time? What makes the Olympics special is bringing the world together. And if you actually go to the Olympic sites, you're going to see people from all around the world. And just because you are there with the shared interest of the Olympics, it's going to be really easy to just mingle and make new friends. If you go into the restaurants, if you go into the pub, if you go to the National Olympics hospitality houses, there's going to be a lot of opportunities where you're going to meet people around the globe. I think that's where the true Olympic experience comes from. So for the first time goer, I recommend you to go out and have fun and make some good friends. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed learning about the Olympics.